7 signs you're destined to live beyond 70, according to science. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to gain extra years of healthy life after 70, while others experience early decline? Many believe that, at this age, it all comes down to genetics or luck. But that's a big misconception. Today, I'm going to share 7 scientifically proven signs that indicate you're on the right path to living longer and better. Pay close attention to the 6th sign, because on its own it can add up to 5 years to your life expectancy. If you implement at least 3 of these signs into your routine, you'll see impressive changes not only in your longevity, but especially in your quality of life. Ready? Sign 1. You manage stress well. You know that feeling of always being on edge? Chronic stress is like a silent thief stealing years from your life. A study from the University of California showed that people over 70 who manage stress, have longer telomeres, structures that protect your DNA and are directly linked to longevity. The problem is, many of us grew up in a time when talking about stress was seen as weakness. But science proves that its impact is real and affects everything from your cardiovascular system to your immune health. What can you do? Set aside 10 minutes a day for deep breathing or simple meditation. Identify your stress triggers and reduce your exposure to them. And give yourself permission to say no when needed. Setting boundaries is essential after 70. If you're enjoying these tips, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're always bringing you ways to improve your health and well-being. Sign 2. Strong social connections. Did you know that social isolation is as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day? That's what a major study from Brigham Young University found after analyzing data from thousands of participants over several years. A common mistake people make after 70 is thinking it's too late to maintain or form meaningful social bonds. Maybe you've lost dear friends over the years. Maybe your family lives far away. And slowly, solitude starts to feel like an inevitable part of aging. But the truth is, our brains and bodies are wired for social connection at absolutely any age. What can you do in practice? First, keep regular and consistent contact with at least 3 truly important people in your life, through phone calls, visits, or even video chats. Second, seriously consider joining a community group that sparks your interest, like a book club, dance class, walking group, or volunteer activity. Third, don't underestimate the value of intergenerational connections. Spending time with younger people not only stimulates your brain in new ways, but also brings fresh perspectives and energy to your daily life. Research clearly shows that the most beneficial social connections for longevity are those built on reciprocity. Balanced relationships where you both give and receive support, creating a positive cycle of well-being for everyone involved. If these tips are making sense to you, how about giving this video a like? It's a small gesture that makes a big difference. Every interaction helps our content reach more people who deserve access to this kind of information. Sign 3. Having a sense of purpose. This is one of the most powerful signs of longevity after age 70. A study from Rush University Medical Center followed over 1,200 seniors and found that those with a strong sense of purpose had a 2.4 times lower risk of mortality. The big issue is that many people enter retirement without a plan beyond rest. After decades of working or caring for family, a sense of emptiness can set in. Why get up early? What's my role now? These unanswered questions can have a devastating impact on health. What can you do? Reflect on what you've always wanted to do but never had time for. Try volunteering. Helping others gives you a powerful sense of purpose. Also, set small daily goals that make you feel like you're making progress in something meaningful. Tell me in the comments, what activity do you enjoy the most in your daily life that brings you satisfaction? It can be something as simple as caring for your plants, reading a good book, or chatting with a friend. Sign 4. Adaptability and resilience. Life after 70 brings inevitable changes, and here's one of the strongest signs of longevity: the ability to adapt. A long-term study from Harvard University that followed people for over 80 years found that resilience is one of the most decisive factors for a long life. A common mistake is resisting change or dwelling on the past. Phrases like back in my day, often reveal this difficulty. The problem is that this resistance leads to chronic stress and prevents you from embracing new possibilities. How can you build resilience? Practice acceptance. Recognize what you can and cannot control. Adopt a learner's mindset. Stay open to learning new things and celebrate your ability to overcome past challenges. You've already been through so much in life. If you're enjoying these tips, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Sign 5. Consistent physical activity. At my age, I can't exercise anymore. This is one of the most dangerous phrases for anyone who wants to live longer after 70. A study from the National Institute on Aging showed that physically active seniors have up to a 40% lower risk of premature death. The mistake is thinking physical exercise is only for young people, or that it has to be intense to be effective. Another common error is jumping into high-intensity workouts after years of inactivity. What really works? Incorporate movement into your daily routine. Gardening, dancing, short walks. Focus on balance and muscle strength with simple exercises, like standing up from a chair without using your hands. And find something you enjoy. Water aerobics, tai chi, or just walking with a friend. The secret isn't intensity, but consistency. 10 minutes a day is better than an hour once a week. Share in the comments. What's your favorite physical activity to do? Sign 6. A diet rich in vegetables and low in ultra-processed foods. Your diet after age 70 is possibly the most powerful modifiable factor for your longevity. A study published in the British Medical Journal showed that reducing ultra-processed foods by just 10% is associated with a 14% lower risk of mortality. The problem is that many of us grew up in a time when these products were seen as modern and convenient. Over time, our taste buds became used to excess salt, sugar, and fat. On top of that, cooking for just yourself can sometimes feel like too much work. What can you do? Add more color to your plate. Each color represents different protective nutrients. Gradually reduce ultra-processed foods. Swap out one item per week. And invest in simple prep techniques, like steaming vegetables or batch cooking and freezing portions. Here's a bonus tip. The habits from the blue zones, regions with the highest number of centenarians, show that the Mediterranean pattern, rich in olive oil, vegetables, legumes, and fish, is linked to longer telomeres and reduced inflammation. Sign 7. Optimism and positive attitude. Finally, your mental state and attitude toward life. A study from Yale University showed something impressive. People with positive attitudes toward aging lived, on average, 7.5 years longer. The mistake is believing that optimism means ignoring problems. In fact, it's the ability to see possibilities even in the face of challenges. How to cultivate this attitude? Pay attention to your automatic thoughts about aging and question the negative ones. Practice daily gratitude. List 3 things you're grateful for. And surround yourself with people who have a positive view of aging. Research has found that simply changing the way you think about aging can alter inflammatory biomarkers in your body. Recapping the 7 signs. Good stress management, strong social connections, purpose in life, adaptability, constant physical activity, healthy diet, and positive attitude. The most interesting thing is that these factors reinforce each other. When you exercise, you manage stress better. When you cultivate good friendships, you tend to be more optimistic. It's a virtuous circle that transforms your aging experience. Remember, it's never too late to start. Even small changes after 70, 80, or 90 bring significant benefits. If you liked this content, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Next week, I'll talk about the 5 morning habits of people who live more than 90 years with quality. Tell me in the comments, which of these signs are you already practicing, and which one do you plan to implement first? Your participation is very important. See you in the next video. And remember, age is just a number. What matters is how you live each day.